Costello here, editor of ENT and Audiology News. I'm joined by Nick Gibbins, who is the current president of the British Laryngological Association. I was the previous president of the BLA, and I'm chatting to Nick today about what's going on with the BLA, specifically the Cutting Edge Laryngology conference, which is happening in September, and a few other bits and bobs as well. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Declan. How are you doing?
All right, very well, very well. So listen, tell us, first of all, let's just start with what's going on with the BLA in general, developments that have happened over the last year or two.
Yeah. Well, the BLA is really going on from strength to strength. It's hitting a critical point in laryngology where it's starting to expand rapidly, and we're getting more and more people and more trainees interested in it, which is fantastic because, I think with a bit of bias, laryngology is a brilliant subject and a brilliant career to do. So with that in mind, we've got a really strong bent in the BLA about training and about educational courses, educational material, and working on sort of position papers and working on sort of thought and diagnostic processes that you can go through when you can, and hopefully you can therefore access through the BLA website wherever you are. So with regards to sort of education type stuff, we're working on a number of very short videos on how I do it type of things. Hopefully we're going to have experts from all over the country, the great and the good, giving us their knowledge on how they deal with those little tricky situations about getting a view of the larynx or what have you. Then we've got a number of educational courses running. We started with a voice clinics course, which you were part of in the very first one a couple of years ago. And this is expanding, and there seems to be a real hunger for this about learning about cases that you see in the voice clinic, and also getting to do your first few endoscopies as well in a very controlled setting. So we've been running that in London and Manchester, and in the very near future we're going to be doing our first voice clinics course in Scotland, and we're hoping to do our first course in Ireland as well, and really increase the network that the BLA has with laryngologists and speech therapists around the country and in Ireland as well.
Brilliant. No, that's fantastic. No, I mean, I think that sort of very sort of straightforward, grounded training in getting the basics right, sort of thing, I think is absolutely critical. No, it's great that that's happening. So the main event, I guess, as far as the BLA is concerned, coming up over the next few months is the Cutting Edge meeting. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the Cutting Edge conference is a 3-day conference that happens every 2 years. And on the alternate years, there is a 1-day conference where we have our just annual conference or biannual conference. So this year is the Cutting Edge, and our program director, Chad Haryagshi, who's fantastic, has put together a quite brilliant program. It really is, I mean, arguably one of the best laryngology conferences in the world. And you can tell that because we invite people from all over the world. We've got Canadians, Americans, we've got various people from Europe as well coming over, and they want to come and talk. They want to come and be a part of this, which is a testament to what Chad has built with the Cutting Edge conference. It's 3 days. It's got a whole range of topics. We really cover a whole lot. We've got some of the stuff which you may well have normally expect, so it's vocal fold injections, medialization thyroplasties, but there are sort of variations on that. It's not just medialization injections, for example. We're talking about injections of different things, testosterone, PRP. We're going to talk about our experience with that. Then we've got stuff which you see a lot in the clinic, and perhaps they could be heart sink patients, like the chronic cough or the chronic laryngitis or chronic problems with tracheostomies. And there are going to be sessions on that as well, and getting, again, hearing those experts from around the world talk about how they deal with that chronic cough patient, I think is going to be fascinating. And then on the other side, we have more sort of not theoretical, but more overarching themes with robotics in laryngology. AI, of course, is coming up, and then there's a whole session on training. How are we going to do? How are we going to train our next generation when the field is expanding so rapidly? So it's a really wide range of stuff, and it's something for everyone. And I know that previously we've had, certainly my trainees have been coming to the Cutting Edge, and they've all come out almost invariably and come out and said that's the best thing they've been to, because there's a whole series of topics which sometimes are not brilliantly covered in their normal training, and they're getting fantastic lectures by fantastic speakers from all, the best in the world.
Yeah.
On top of that, those are the normal 3 days. This year, for the first time, we're having a pre-conference day with a hackathon, which is going to be run by Natalie Watson and a team. And it's going to be very much tied in with industry. And the idea is we get teams together. They're given a project, how to solve a project, and they've got a few hours to come up with an idea and present it in almost a Dragon's Den type style, with a prize at the end. I think it's going to be a fantastic addition to the whole Cutting Edge conference. So it's 3 days, but with a little extra fourth as well.
Super. Oh no, that does sound absolutely brilliant. As you say, it really is right up there, I think, with the best of all laryngology conferences around the world. And speaking of around the world, the BLA is involved with the Indian Association of Phonosurgeons as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Nupana Narukar, who's one of the big names in laryngology from around the world, she has been running a phonosurgery course in the Bombay Hospital in Mumbai, where she works. And this year is her 20th year of running it. She's recently just got a Leading Woman in Science award. She really is the absolute pinnacle of what one can expect in a surgeon. She was invited over to the annual conference and spoke very eloquently about her experiences with sulcus and the use of lasers in various different new techniques that she has pioneered. And she has invited some of the BLA team from the Cutting Edge, who are speaking at the Cutting Edge this year, to go and speak at her conference in November in Mumbai. And that's just a wonderful thing, to be able to create those links and forge those alliances that we've been doing really well with the American associations, with the European Laryngological Society as well. But to go further afield and go to the APLA and go to India and hopefully extend into other continents as well, I think it's going to be a wonderful experience and a wonderful thing to really open up the gateway going forward.
Yeah. Brilliant, Nick. Thank you very much. That sounds terrific. So Cutting Edge, from the point of view of the UK viewers here, Cutting Edge in September is the next big thing, and then plenty beyond that. Yeah,
check out the website where all the courses are going to be up there. They're updated regularly, but 23rd to the 25th, and the hackathon's on the 22nd of September.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Nick. All the very best.
Thanks, Declan. Cheers.
Cheers.